It's a beautiful morning in the woods. We ended up sleeping later than we had planned. It's about 9 o'clock now. We had Cliff Bars for breakfast and we'll be getting on the trail again in a minute. So yesterday morning we started at Powder Mill trailhead and headed south along the Current River. We had lunch somewhere around mile marker 4, and then we headed west and crossed Indian Creek a couple times. We went swimming at that spot at the second crossing, and then we ended up going somewhere off in this direction, probably about half a mile along an old road because we had followed that instead of the trail. And then after we realized that and came back, we followed the trail south a little past mile marker 6, and I think we're camping somewhere along in here right now. This morning, after we head out, we're gonna quickly run into Klepzig Mill, which is supposed to be one of the nicer spots along the trail. And then after that, continues south. So this trail continues from the map before. We're going to continue going south until we get to point B, and then we're going to take that little half-mile spur trail over to Rocky Falls. That's supposed to also be a really nice spot. We'll probably go swimming there for a while. Then we'll go back to point B and get on the main trail, and we'll probably try to camp somewhere between markers 11 and 12. We'll look for a good, nice spot. Hopefully we're going to camp on top of Stegall Mountain, but we'll just see what kind of campsite we can get. There's the remnants of Jeffrey's fire from last night, and Jeffrey's singing silly songs. I almost kept walking, but there's a little bitty snake right there. Wonder what kind it is.
It's got a yellow belly.
Yeah, it's got a yellow colors on it, so it might be venomous.
An orange ring around its neck.
We should probably stay away from it. Oh my. See ya. It looks like we may have arrived at Klepsig Mill a little earlier than we thought, which means that we were farther along on the trail than we thought. This is indeed Klepsig Mill. We're gonna go check out the inside now. There used to be a mechanical turbine down here that would generate electricity for the town nearby. A couple waterfalls. So here's the shut-ins of Rocky Creek. Now this is some fresh water. We have arrived at Buzzard Shut-ins. This looks like a pretty good swimming hole. The water is really clear and deep. You can even see some fish swimming around. It's hard to see, but there's a big black snake curled up in the roots right there in the grass. I'm not going to get any closer because we think it's a water moccasin.
We're in for a special treat today. Ramen noodles by the waterfall.
Alright, this is the spur trail that leads to Rocky Falls. It's a half-mile that way, and we'll probably go hang out there for a while, and then after that, it's hard to read on this sign, but Peck Ranch is to the right, and we'll be heading that way after we hang out at Rocky Falls. We got to Rocky Falls. It looks like there's a lot of people enjoying it today. There aren't going to be any more water sources until the end of our trip, so we're going to have to drink all the water we have now and get really hydrated, and then fill up our water bottles here at the top of Rocky Falls. We left Rocky Falls a little bit ago. We've gone about 2 miles now, and it looks like the bridge is out. Good thing we don't need it. We got to the top of Stegall Mountain before sunset. We found a nice little glade right here on top of Stegall Mountain to camp for the night. And let's look at the map. So we started out somewhere in around here today, and then we quickly ran into Klepzig Mill, and that was a really nice spot. And then we went to Buzzard Mountain Shut-ins, and that was actually probably the nicest spot we ran into today. We went swimming there for a while and had lunch, and then down the map, and then at point B, we went to Rocky Falls, and there was just a lot of people there. Probably too many people. We went swimming anyway, and that was fun. Then we back on the trail, a couple more miles, and now we are right here at point E. That's the Stegall Mountain Glades. This whole feature here is Stegall Mountain. This is just one part of it. So we're going to camp here tonight. And then tomorrow, we just have about 2.5 miles until we get to the Peck Ranch trailhead spur trail. And then we'll just go there, and that's where the car is parked. So tomorrow should be a pretty easy day. Tonight we're having a Mountain House chili mac with beef meal. And we got that cooked up here. Looks pretty good. And we got the tent set up over there. And here's our view.
I'd show it to the camera, but it doesn't really come out that well. But we can see the Milky Way. There's no trees surrounding us, and it's a totally clear sky. And this is the most stars I've seen in months.
We had oatmeal for breakfast, and it was a really nice sunrise. It's about 8 o'clock now, and we're gonna go ahead and start picking up camp. We're leaving our campsite. The last trailblaze that we saw was over there on that boulder. It's kind of hard to follow the trail up here on these glades because there's not a lot of trees to put trailblazes on, so now we gotta find the trail. We found the trail, and now we're heading down Stegall Mountain, and there's this really nice view of the valley below. It's a bit rough through here, and there's also a lot of bugs. Well, it's kind of hard to see because it blends in, but there's a copperhead in the middle of the trail right there, and Jeffrey just about stepped on it.
That would have been my second copperhead to step on this year.
I almost stepped on this little turtle. There's also a massive spider right there. And there's another turtle that I almost stepped on. This is the wildlife fence that marks the beginning of Peck Ranch, where they keep elk. And then you can kind of see the gravel road up ahead, and that's going to be the spur trail that leads us to Peck Ranch trailhead, which means we have about half a mile left. Alright, here's the car. Nearby to the Peck Ranch trailhead is Stegall Mountain lookout tower, and so we drove up here and climbed up the tower, and it's a really good view. The tower feels a little bit sketchy. It's kind of old. There's this cool rotatable map here of the area. Thanks for watching this video. Please like, comment, let me know what you think, and subscribe to my channel. And in my next video, I'm going to be reviewing my backpacking gear. After this, we're going to go get the other car, and then we'll find a restaurant nearby and hopefully get some steaks.